Hyperliquid just airdropped $2 billion. The VCs got nothing. And we're not talking about some token giveaway. We're talking about the single largest wealth transfer in crypto history. One reason, two words every venture capitalist in Silicon Valley spent 10 years trying to bury. No insiders. Forbidden. Career ending. And what happens next could either destroy the VC-funded crypto model entirely or force it to become something actually fair for the first time.
Welcome to the most unlikely growth story in crypto and the implications they're keeping every centralized exchange executive up at night. Let me paint the scene. Picture a world where the only way to build is to ask permission from venture capitalists. You raise tens of millions. They take huge token chunks at fire sale prices. Launch day comes. Insiders are sitting on mountains of tokens locked up but waiting. TikTok lockup expires, sell button price crashes, retail gets wrecked. Story over that happened dozens of times. Crypto Twitter even named it VC dump tokens. Hyperliquid said no, not just we'll try something different. They said zero venture capital, zero insider allocations, will fund this ourselves. Build the product and let the work speak. And then they did something even wilder. When they launched their token hype, they didn't reserve huge chunks for the team. They didn't create founder wallets worth billions. Instead, they airdropped 31% of the entire token supply, over $2 billion, directly to the people who actually used the platform. Think about that for a second. The largest token holders, not wealthy investors, not venture firms waiting to exit. The largest holders were the traders who'd been there from the beginning. The people most invested literally in the platform's success. This is how alignment actually works. But wait, why does Hyperliquid even exist? What problem is it solving? Most crypto exchanges are centralized. Your Bitcoin goes to Coinbase. Your trade executes on Binance servers. You trust them with your money. You trust their systems aren't rigged. You trust their liquidation engines are fair. And then a hidden server lights up somewhere. A developer makes an insider trade or technical issues cause your position to liquidate at the worst possible moment. Hyperliquid said, what if everything happened on the blockchain? They built a perpetual futures exchange, the kind where traders use leverage, where positions liquidate automatically if they go bad, but with a fully on-chain order book. Every bid, every ask, every trade recorded directly on the blockchain. Transparent, verifiable, immutable, no hidden market making, no opaque liquidation engine, no front running by the exchange itself. To make this technically possible, they didn't just patch an existing blockchain, they built their own HyperBFT, a custom layer 1 designed from the ground up. For high-speed trading, 200,000 transactions per second, sub-second finality, fast enough to run a professional-grade trading engine, something the industry said was impossible just 2 years ago. But here's the thing, nobody expected it worked. Volume exploded from a few thousand traders to hundreds of thousands daily. Perpetual futures volume now eclipses most mid-tier centralized exchanges. The platform generates real fee revenue, real sustainable inflation-free revenue from actual trading activity. And the growth hype is up 50% year to date. Bitcoin is down 20%, so obviously everything is perfect and there are zero risks. And this is the future, right? No. Let's be uncomfortably honest. First, the validator set is concentrated. Fewer validators means higher risk of censorship or collusion. That's a hard trade-off. Second, derivatives exist in a regulatory gray zone almost everywhere. If regulators decide decentralized perpetual futures aren't allowed, Hyperliquid faces existential pressure. Third, smart contracts, bridge protocols, liquidation engines handling billions. In March 2025, a large trader tried to game the liquidation system. It exposed vulnerabilities. The team has since patched, but it was a reminder on-chain finance doesn't eliminate risk, it just moves it. These aren't reasons to dismiss Hyperliquid, they're reasons to be clear-eyed about what could go wrong. Now, here's the thing keeping centralized exchange executives awake for decades. Centralized exchanges won on three fronts: liquidity, speed, and user experience. Hyperliquid is matching them on all three and adding something they literally cannot offer: complete transparency. When your order book lives on the blockchain, there's no debate about whether the exchange is front-running you. There's no mystery about liquidations. Every data point is auditable. By you, by me, by anyone. The historical pattern is unmistakable. Decentralized exchanges have been eating centralized exchange market share for years. Uniswap did it for spot trading. Hyperliquid is doing it for derivatives. The trajectory doesn't reverse, it only accelerates. At a $10 billion market cap, is Hype still worth looking at? That depends on your framework. If you compare it to centralized exchange tokens, BNB Caro Hype trades at a significant discount on a revenue basis. If you compare it to other DEX tokens, it trades at a premium, but the growth rate might justify it. The key variable is whether the decentralized derivatives market grows faster than Hyperliquid's share shrinks. If growth accelerates, this market cap looks tiny in hindsight. If growth stalls, the premium evaporates fast. But zoom out. This story isn't really about Hyperliquid the token or Hyperliquid. The exchange is about something bigger. It's proof that the VC-backed launch model isn't the only way to build. It's proof that fair distribution and actual product quality can drive adoption faster than marketing budgets and exchange listings. It's proof that decentralized infrastructure can compete with centralized systems on sheer merit. In an industry built on hype, Hyperliquid succeeded by rejecting hype entirely. No VC narrative, no founder mythology, no marketing blitz. Just build something useful. Distribute it fairly. Let it speak. So here's what's rattling in my head. If fair distribution and actual product quality are all that really matter, why do most projects still throw millions of venture capital and founder allocations? Because the VC model doesn't die until something better proves it doesn't need to exist. Hyperliquid just proved it. Drop your take in the comments. Is decentralized the future? Is this an outlier? We'll forget in 5 years. This is Crypto IQ, where unit economics beat narratives every single time. Subscribe for the analysis that separates what actually works from what merely sounds good.